Hi guys, welcome back and sorry for the long delay. I think I've been, losing track of time again, but not going to end up posting again in 2 years, that's for sure. I've continued recovering components from all the circuit boards for the past few days. The pile has definitely gone down. The box I used to put them in now sits in the kitchen as a potato tray, believe it or not. Yeah, I just needed that, and I find no good use for that box for now. Well, I could use it, but anyway, I needed that. It was much more important at this time to have that done, plus that it will take some time until I end up with a pile like this again. It's quite impressive how many useful things you can get out from just a few boards. Anything from connectors, wires. This is one of those VGA connectors that I said I will use for the desk connectivity board. Yeah, battery connectors, capacitors, what's this? Connectors again, relays, capacitors, metal bits, all sorts of plastic and metal casing bits, antennas, inductors, transformers, shielding. I think this is an audio amplifier. Not sure if it still works. It's a... Hey, come on. If I get that focus. Come on, focus. It's a TDA 1562Q. That's supposed to be an audio amplifier, judging by the board I took it from. Not sure why. Well, actually, it was already on an audio amplifier PCB, but it looked pretty beat up, so because it's just a few other resistors and capacitors and just a few other components, it's not much of a big deal to build again anyway. Don't know what this thing is. It came out of an old laptop inverter. It looks like one of those delay lines, but I'm not really sure what this is. At first I thought it's an inductor, but or maybe a Hall sensor. I have no idea what this does. Switches and a lot of stuff that can be used, not to mention the amount of LEDs you have. And yeah, but one of the aspects I didn't believe I was gonna end up facing is these connectors. I don't think I have the board around here. It's from a laptop PCB. Let me tell you, these things are a pain to remove. I don't have a powerful enough soldering iron either. It's a, what's this, 15 watt? Yeah, I don't have a more powerful one because it's mostly okay for most of the stuff. I mean, like this kind of stuff, it's okay. But if you put it against big grounding trace like this, it's gonna fail miserably. Just this is enough to drain all the heat, and then the solder just solidifies, and yeah, really gotta squeeze it in, just push it in there and keep it really tight until hopefully you gather enough heat to melt that solder. So that's definitely one step I'll have to go forward with. Get a more powerful soldering iron. Not necessarily better, because it's gotta be like you know, the hard work, like you know, the more brutal work. I don't need it to be like the $500 piece of art, just a normal soldering iron. Yeah, these things were incredibly hard to remove. As you can see here, these are the what's left of some of the things I've tried to remove. Like, this is a USB connector. Somehow it ended up like this. They just don't give up. And one thing I did noticed right away, but that these metal shieldings are connected to the PCB, and obviously you know, you have to remove both these and the actual pins in order to remove the connector. Like with this VGA connector, you have not focusing, you have these sort of wide pins connected to these nuts on each side, and they are somehow pulled apart once the connector is on the PCB, so it doesn't come off. And not only that, you have to have enough heat to remove it, you also have to squeeze those pins. And that's this one took minutes to get out. This is what a network connector, kind of in one piece, but unfortunately the pins didn't survive. I wasn't able to remove not even the battery connector. It came off with a part of the PCB still attached. It's crazy how these, come on, you can do it, buddy. Stupid. You see, like, these little barrels on each pin, and that's what somehow they have a lot of heat transfer capability, because you just I don't get it. They're so tiny and small, and the pins just won't come out. I don't know what's the deal with that. It's very, very difficult to get these out with just a normal soldering iron. Maybe it's not powerful enough at 15 watts, I don't know. It's kind of a low power. Yeah, and still have a lot to do. Mostly because what's left is just these difficult ones. I think I'll be able to salvage just a few more useful stuff, like these switches, some capacitors, some LEDs. I don't need this kind of connector. No, okay, there's a jumper here. Even though I haven't used jumpers in like ages. Not sure, but I still collect them. I have probably close to 50 by now. But yeah, one more, just for the sake of it. Yeah, and this is what's left to be done. Another DVD writer, board, same. This must be from an old TV or something. And also a motherboard. Not sure if I'm gonna do this one anyway. It's still functional, but it's really old, so I don't know. I think I'll scrap this one too, but these connectors, I'll try, maybe. I don't know, depends on how well they're gonna behave. That's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more info about the component recovery process, and see you later.